Okay, he's crazy. Hey, are you interested in getting into strobes and strobe photography, but you don't know what equipment to buy, and you don't want the equipment that you're spending your hard-earned money on to be antiquated and not work with the new equipment you're gonna get when you get better at everything? Trust me, I'm gonna give you a review on a product that will go with you everywhere, and it's not going to go out of style. We're gonna start that right now. Hey everybody, my name is Sean Seymour. I own a photography studio in Sacramento, California, where I have a ton of strobe equipment in the ceiling, on the floor, in boxes, and on the shelves. And what I can tell you is there's some equipment that I use every day, and there's other equipment that I paid good money for that actually didn't pan out to be as good as I thought it was gonna be. So in this review of the Godox AD200 Pro, I'm gonna show you how you can inexpensively get into shooting strobes, and this is not going to go out of style. This is something that when you get ready to upgrade to the better strobe equipment, you're still gonna use this. First and foremost, let me get this out of the way. Godox doesn't pay me, nobody pays me. All of this stuff I bought on my own dime, and by the way, if you want a great deal on some of it, just let me know. I'd be happy to ship it to you so you can store it on your shelves. This has been one of the best purchases that I've made. What it is essentially a speed light that also transforms with a few clicks of a button and a few other things. Come on, baby. Can't see in the dark. Transforms into strobe equipment with this little thing right here, this flash tube. You can use an adapter with it. It also has modifiers that fit right here into this little system. So why is this cool? Well, first of all, it's 200 watts. It's very flexible. There's multiple heads for it. It's really hard to do in the dark. It's really hard to do in the dark. It has all the adapters that you need. And here's the part that I love the best, or the most of the best. Here's the part that I love. This X Pro C, which is for Canon, will wirelessly trigger and allow me to control the AD200 Pro. So right from the camera, no matter where this is, 200 feet or so, I can control everything, all the features, functions that are in this, I can control with the wireless trigger. When you're ready to upgrade to this big boy, this wireless trigger right here controls all of them. As a matter of fact, let's see if I can do this. There's my wireless trigger in one hand. Oh, let's turn it like that. Oh yeah, that's very, I can use this for fill somewhere in the background. I can use this as my key light, and it's all controlled by this little guy right here. So for me personally, that's kind of cool shooting sports because I can take this strobe, I can put it anywhere I want, and I can wirelessly control it. One of the things that I really like about the AD200 Pro is that it has high-speed sync, just like a regular speed light. Whether I'm using the speed light or I'm using the flash tube, it has high-speed sync. So if you look at this photograph, you'll see that there's a slight blur in the photograph, and part of that is because I have ambient light coming in, and I can only shoot at 200th of a second because that's what my sync speed is for the Canon camera that I'm using. But when I want to freeze that action and I still want to use strobes, I can go ahead and click this thing into high-speed sync, and it will sync from 1/200th of a second all the way to 1/8000th of a second. So now I can actually freeze the action, say at 1/1000th of a second, and I can use this for fill or as a strobe or my key light, whatever. So that's the cool thing about this unit is wirelessly I can switch it into high-speed sync, and then I can go ahead and freeze action. In case you're wondering what stroboscopic means. So why do I love this thing so much? Because I have the flexibility of using it as a regular speed light. The AD200 Pro is very close to the size of my Canon 580 EX2. I believe the 600 is still a little bit bigger. But as you can see, they're very close in size. For any of you that run around with one of these things wrapped around your waist, this photography belt, the other nice thing is this Godox fits right inside my regular speed light holder. So I can take it with me anywhere I go, pull it out, I can have my assistant use it, hold it, whatever. It also has an LED screen here in the back. I probably had that upside down. It was upside down, I'm sorry. LED in the back. Super easy to adjust. I can also adjust all of this wirelessly straight from the wireless trigger. Focus. Where's the test flash? I thought that was a test flash. Oh, that's a test flash. Full power, 500 flashes at 200 watts. All the buttons on the back are very high quality buttons. They've got a nice feel to them, a little bit of rubber to them. Plus you can see really easily through this LCD screen everything that's going on. The other thing I like about it is it's got rechargeable batteries, which you can just pop out, stick into the charger, put it back in. So you can get a couple of batteries and you can keep shooting the whole time. It does have a modeling lamp, so you can use that to brighten up your subject, although it will take your battery power down really, really fast. Now let's talk about this bulb a little bit. One of the things that I don't like about flash tube bulbs is you really aren't supposed to touch them with your hands. But if you look at this one really close, you'll see that they actually put a glass piece all the way around it so you can touch it with your hands without any problem, which I really, really like, because when I'm in the field, last thing I want to do is grab a piece of tissue paper and try to install this thing into the mount that it goes into without touching it. If I need to mount this on a light stand by itself, there's inserts on the bottom here, and there's inserts on this side here. This little stand mount, you screw this thing on. The quality of this is really good. It's high quality. I wish this was more of a handle, but then it wouldn't fit into the case. And if you want, you can take your AD200 Pro, slide it in here to this little adapter, put this on a light stand, and now I have an actual handle like I would on a normal mono head, and I've got the ability to mount any Bowens modifiers. So that's soft boxes, beauty dishes, anything you have that's a Bowens mount, you can mount right onto this adapter. Let me cover this real quick for you. If you do go to get the bracket with the Bowen mount, make sure you're not getting the Godox S type that's about $14 to $15. Literally, that thing is a piece of junk and it's a waste of your $15. Get the S2, which is much, much better. The build on it is much better. You can see right here that the plastic on the bracket is actually high-grade plastic. Things like buttons to move the handle around work. Got a little spacer in there. It's not a ratchet like the S-Type is. And in the old one, this area right here, you literally have to shove your Godox AD200 Pro in there and even bang it on a table to try and get the thing in there. And it only goes in one way and only comes out one way. So it doesn't go all the way through. This one actually is adjustable and much, much higher quality. We have metal in here in the places that are high friction, high usage areas. I'm just saying, this is $25. It's the best 25 bucks you're gonna spend if you're going to get the adapter to be able to mount your Bowens mounts to your AD200 Pro. The case actually is a really nice case. As you can see, it's got a cool little pouch in the lid. And what I really, really like and appreciate from Godox, that they did a great job of having the foam inside of this case conform exactly to the pieces that you're gonna be storing in it, which I love, because one of the things that I hate doing is when I buy new gear, I have to figure out how I can make it bulletproof. I'm pretty hard on gear. So if the gear that I'm buying doesn't have a case that's made for it, then I eventually end up breaking the gear. If you want to check it out, it's one of the reasons that I created these videos for the Pelican cases. I was able to get 3 Godox AD600 Pros into one case, and then I also made a video that is 4 Paul C. Buff Einstein 640s. So no matter what you do, you got to have a case. And what I love about this case is everything fits in the case, and it fits in there perfectly. Take it with you next Christmas when you want to take pictures of the family. Fits in the corner of your car. It's easy. It also fits really, really, really well in a suitcase. One word of caution though, if you're gonna put it in your suitcase, make sure you take the lithium battery out and put that in your carry-on, or your suitcase may not make it. If you're starting out in photography and you want to start getting into using flash or strobe, you have a couple of choices. You can buy an inexpensive flash, which is really gonna limit a lot of what you can do as far as controlling the power and controlling the light and synchronizing to your camera. You're getting a speed light right here. Don't waste your money on a speed light. In addition to that, I can put this adapter in the top, put this bulb in, and now I have a strobe, a 200-watt strobe that can be placed anywhere, can be adapted to any modifier that I need, and can be controlled wirelessly. But if you want to get into using strobes, you want to start learning how to do flash, and you want to start learning how to do strobe photography, this thing is awesome. And it's not going to get old, and you're not going to sell it on eBay when you're done with it. You're actually going to keep this, and you're going to continue to use it when you upgrade, because everything can be controlled with this wireless trigger. If you're a beginning photographer and you want to try out strobes, this is a great way to start. $350 gets you all of the professional ability in a very small, compact package. If you like this video, please hit the like button down below. That tells YouTube to go ahead and show this to other people, which I would really appreciate. If you want to subscribe to my channel and keep up with what's going on, hit that subscribe button. Also, bell notifications if you want to get a notification of when I put out a new video. In the meantime, I'm gonna go do some strobing, bro. Keep it simple. Okay, one of the things that I really appreciate about this unit, this unit. I hope you like this video. If you, hello, it's gonna graduate with you. That's what I wanted to say. Ah, in my hair. Hey, if you like this video, please punch that like button down below. And if that's not even a thing.